Hey guys, my name is Prototype and welcome back to some Clash Royale. Today we have a huge update announcement that will actually be coming out in 4 days on March 23rd. This is huge, guys. The Expo is finally being nerfed. Now it still will be able to hit your opponent's tower, but you won't be able to place a Tesla in front of it or anything else. I believe it will have to be right up against the edge of the river, which is very good. It'll help a little bit with the Expo being super overpowered, considering a lot of people just play their Teslas in front of it. And if you guys want to read through all of these update changes that are going to be coming, you can see a few of them in game, so I'm sure you noticed that, but all of them will be on the Clash Royale website, so I'm going to go ahead and post a link in the video description if you want to go ahead and read this all for yourself. So like I said, the Expo's range is going to be decreased to 12 from 13. Now the Tesla's hit speed is also decreased to 0.8 seconds from 0.7 seconds, and the lifetime is decreased by 20 seconds, all the way from a minute to 40 seconds. That's great. It's going to be way shorter. The cannon's lifetime is now only 30 seconds. The princess hit points are decreased by 10%, which is great, guys, because I'm sure you saw, if you have seen any higher level gameplay, or if you have it yourself, you know that sometimes arrows can't actually take out the princess unless the arrows are higher level, and or the princess is lower level. I mean, whichever is the case. They decrease the hit points by 10%. That way arrows can take out the princess for an even elixir trade, since they both cost 3. Now the Ice Wizard's damage has been increased by 5%. It's kind of interesting, honestly. I thought he was already really good. He can take out some of the smaller troops like minions. He can take them out in about 2 hits, I believe. And when they're slowed down, it really is super easy to take them out and to get 2 hits off. So I don't know why they increase the damage. I guess 5% isn't really a big deal, so I guess I shouldn't worry about it too much. Now both the Prince and the Dark Prince have their speed decreased by 13%. That is very huge. So definitely a big update in this case, guys. This is huge. The Dark Prince is very overpowered. I know people had been doing Dark Prince and Prince rushes together. That way they have the splash damage with the Dark Prince and of course just more damage with the Prince. After this update we may end up not even seeing the Prince and the Dark Prince rush as much. I'm sure some people will still use it. In fact, I'll definitely still be using the Prince, but it might not be one of the more popular things anymore. Alright, the Valkyrie hit points and damage increased by 10%. The Valkyrie definitely needed a buff here, guys. They actually said that the Valkyrie's usage rates are very low. They can actually see the statistics for that, and I definitely agree. Just earlier this week, actually, I played a Valkyrie, and it was so weird actually seeing what it looked like in blue. Royal Giant damage increased by 20%. That's great, guys. He was definitely weaker than he should have been. The Giant damage increased by 5%. That's crazy because a lot of people have been using him for offense. Honestly, a lot of people have been raging up Giants and putting Spear Goblins behind him, and it takes out towers very well. It's super hard to counter as long as they have something like a bomber behind it, maybe a wizard or something like that to take out small troops. So if they have that, Rage Giant is actually really good. Now Rage actually does have a balance update itself. It gives 40% movement and attack speed instead of 35, but its duration is decreased by 20%. So Rage will be more intense for just a few seconds instead of being a little bit for a long time. This would actually help a little bit for those, because a lot of times your troops get destroyed before the Rage even ends. So honestly, this is actually a really good update, and it isn't really that much of a nerf. I would say it is more of just a buff. Now the poison spell damage increased is by 5%. They actually said poison has fairly low usage rates, which is very interesting to me. Yeah, I definitely agree with them. I'd choose Fireball over the poison spell. I mean, it just makes more sense to me. Sometimes you can't really do as much damage with the poison as you could with the fireball. Now the mirror actually has a very cool nerf that will be coming out with this update. Legendary cards are mirrored 1 level lower, which is really cool. It says after this change, a level 5 mirror will make a level 2 legendary card, which is awesome. That is definitely going to be nice and not really as overpowered. I know some people were using the mirror to like get cards stronger than what they actually had when it came to legendaries, so that is definitely a good nerf. 3 Musketeers have a very low usage rate. That's what it says in the update notes, guys. That's awesome. They are decreasing it to 9 elixir from 10 elixir, which is great. Hopefully increasing their allure. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if this is still going to be good. I think it should be 8 elixir still, even though that's like double what it normally is, and you get 3 things. But still, guys, I don't think 9 elixir is that great. I don't know about the 3 musketeers. They're not very good. Alright, archers. Archers have a buff. They have a quicker initial attack like spear goblins. So it says the archer's usage rate falls off after the early game, while the spear goblins remain popular. They're trying to balance that since the spear goblins definitely are more used than the archers. Now the balloon has increased hit points by 5%. This is awesome. Definitely going to be trying out the balloon again. 5% isn't a huge buff, but it's definitely something. So maybe if we rage that up and get some other crazy stuff going along with it, we'll be able to use him again. Now the witch has the damage increase of 5%. It says the witch has very low usage rates at the top. That's true. A lot of the higher level players don't really use the witch, and she needs more damage to become relevant again. So I can agree with that. The witch definitely did need a buff. I'm really glad that they're finally putting that in there. I used the witch for a little bit, and I ended up not really using it anymore because it just wasn't really worth it to me. People could shut it down with a fireball, which is true for most troops, but it just really wasn't worth it. It didn't put out enough damage in my opinion. So that is all of the balance changes that are coming again on March 23rd. This is huge, guys. I really hope that you guys are excited for this as I am. The Expo, again, is being nerfed. Yes, it's awesome. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like for all these awesome changes, and subscribe if you want to see me try out a few of these new towers. Let me know which ones you guys really want me to do. See how beneficial their buffs or nerfs really were. I hope to see you guys all in my next video. Bye!